to all of our media representatives. Welcome to our special guests here today. My name is Janet Carding. I'm the Director and CEO of the Royal Ontario Museum, and it's a real pleasure to have you with us this afternoon. We're here this afternoon because we have an important announcement for you. We're delighted to be able to announce that on March the 8th, 2014, in the Garfield Weston Exhibition Hall of the museum's Michael Leachin Crystal, the Royal Ontario Museum will be hosting the Forbidden City inside the court of China's emperors, our major exhibition for our centennial year. This will be an extraordinary exhibition. It will take our visitors on a remarkable journey right to the heart of the Forbidden City. I'd like to give special thanks to the presenting sponsor, the Robert H.N. Ho Family Foundation, and the lead sponsor, Manulife Financial, for their support in bringing this fascinating exhibition to Toronto.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's my great pleasure to be here again, to come here again to the Royal Museum as the Consul General of China. And it's my great pleasure to attend the media event today to celebrate the opening the Forbidden City exhibition next March. It's a great event. The exhibition will give the Canadian public a rare view of the royal arts and crafts from the Ming and Qing dynasty. I just told my friends before that even myself I couldn't see some of the exhibits in China. So it's and the elaborate craftsmen of those items obviously put them on the very top in elegance and artistry among the imperial items in the Chinese history. Arts and crafts are cultural symbols.
Thank you, Janet. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media and visitors to the room. I am very honored by the presence of so many distinguished guests who have spoken before me, so I'm not going to name. By now, you probably all know of them. Just last week, the Wednesday, October 2nd, in the heart of Beijing, the Forbidden City welcomed 175,000 visitors, making it the most visited World Heritage destination in the world on a single day. But back to 500 years ago, it was accessible only to a Chinese emperor, his immediate family, and thousands of his servants. At that time, people like us would be forbidden from seeing the palatial architecture building such as the one behind me. Now, this building is the ground floor-sized reconstruction of small sections of the royal palace, the palace where the emperor is changing his clothes from a formal wardrobe to a farming dressing, in participating in the ritual ceremonies of praying for the harvest at altars of agriculture. Now, that building was the smallest one in the complex that can fit into our atriums here. So that's why the Ram chose it. People like us at that time would be forbidden from using the color yellow that was exclusively reserved for the royal families. Now, would not be able to use the yellow on the wall, would not be using the yellows on the panel. Like that one would not be used. That examples for 16th century ball that was once belongs to the Emperor Wan Li on a display here. By the way, this ball was the latest addition to our Ram's Chinese collection through the generous support from the Louis Harley Stone Charitable Trust. At that time, people like us would be forbidden to know anything about the Forbidden City unless for the man here you volunteer to be castrated and his woman. The good news is that you are no longer need to take such drastic steps to get a new Forbidden City. The next year, March 8th, we bring the Forbidden City to life here at the Royal Ontario Museum as we present the exhibition, The Forbidden City Inside the Court of the China's Emperors. This is the historical moment. It is the very first opportunity for Canadians to view the imperial treasures of and experience life inside the Forbidden City. After Revolution, the Forbidden City was turned into the Palace Museum in 1925, a public institute that opens the palace door to the old people. Today, the Palace Museum houses a collection of over 1.5 million objects. Many of them were involved, remains unknown and unseen until recently. Our latest addition, a beautiful large lacquer throne, similar to the one welcoming on the show in the screen. In the galleries behind this wall, not far from here, just a small taste of the realm's imperial collection. So, what this exhibition is about? It gives an up-close and personal account of the life inside the Imperial Palace, the home of China's last 24 emperors. The range of the artworks in the different media, including gold, silver utensils, fine porcelains, jade paintings, bronze, textiles, and music instruments, large and small, all illustrate the solemn and important aspects of the royal activities, such as inaugurations, ritual ceremonies involved birthdays, weddings, imperial gatherings, and royal huntings, as well as small details of daily life, such as meal times, dress, costumes, entertainment, dogs and pets even, and games, children's games. Also, what did they eat and how did they eat? And what court performance took place and what the orchestra played. So the questions can go on and on, but I promise my colleagues that I'm not going to give you an answer today until next March when I see you all again here. So right now, the realm's curators, designers, conservators, registrars, and many supporting staffs are working around the clock to finalize the details of the presentation. Our aim is to review a once-lifetime and a full memorable experience for your family. As I finish, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Robert H. Ho Family Foundation, the exhibition's present sponsor, and the Manulife, the lead sponsor, for their generous support in creating these magnificent exhibitions, making the Forbidden City accessible to the peoples of Toronto, Ontario, and Canada, and beyond. And thank you, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon at Rome. Don't forget the phone.
中国的文化是大家知道5000多年了。那么其实虽然是5000多年前的文化，那么但是实际上这些古代的文化对我们现在的文化还是有很大的影响。我们大家都知道孔子这个老子等等一些我们中国有名的这些历史人物，其实这些人物的思想、他们的观念和观点还是影响着我们这一代人。所以我想呢，保存中国文化是更好的为了发扬，为了使中国更加发展，为了世界更加和平。所以这样的活动呢，对我们中国，对我们世界人民都是有好处的。